Hello, welcome back to another live stream. It's all about monsters, monster lore. For those of you who wanted that topic, this is why you're here, right? Okay, so we have before us, this is the Kobold Press Tome of Beasts 2, and of course Esper's Emporium of Esoterica as we delve deeper into this book and talk more about the monsters that are in there. We're going to be talking about the Geode for today, the elemental Geode. I'm going to put up a poll. Feel free to take part in that poll today. And also, grab some food, some drink. Make sure you're comfortable. We're going to do some stuff around building tools for monsters so you can create your own stuff. That's the intention. So, hello, Fred Huber. How are you doing? So, no more waiting. Let's get started. Let's rock into this, get this done. I'll do my presentation. Should be very quick, just a couple of minutes, and then we'll go straight into the tool building process. Okay? All right, so this is that button there, and okay. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games. We're talking about the elemental Geode. For those of you who don't know, the elemental Geode is from Esper's Emporium of Esoterica, and it is a Dungeons & Dragons 5e compatible monster. It has a stat block, but it also has the monster lore. So we're going to talk about the elemental Geode's monster lore for today. So the elemental Geode is a boulder standing on stony limbs, brandishing a pair of heavy fists. The front portion of a Geode, in its bulk, has no rocky skin, but rather an open, exposed interior of gemstones. The center of the crystal Geode has a glaring face. And then this is a living Geode. Okay, an elemental creature of crystal, and it will often line the walls of a crystal cave or chamber. The Geode feeds on a combination of water, sulfate, and other materials that are either exposed to evaporation, but usually pressure and heat. The elemental Geode is often worth a lot to a treasure hunter or treasure hunters, and has become quite rare. It's almost been hunted to extinction. The Geode's fists hit harder than warhammers, and light refracts through the Geode's core, bursting out in flashes of overwhelming brilliance and light. This odd creature is not particularly aggressive, unless it has been provoked, and the Geode is mostly harmless. Although the Geode has dark vision, it also has a sense of tremor sense, which allows it to feel the vibrations in the ground. As long as the Geode stands still, it appears to be just a normal rock. Only a magical weapon can completely be effective against a Geode's rocky skin, simply because, to a large degree, this thing is made of stone. And that is the monster lore for the Geode. It's quite basic, it's quite simple. It's not really there to be something that will be terrifying. It is an oddity of nature. I hope this was useful and interesting to you. I want to thank Esper the Bard for allowing me to do this video on this topic. I want to thank my patrons. I want to thank you for watching and listening. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. Okay, so yes, today is a rough day. For those of you who might have figured it out, I'm struggling a little bit. I think the Geode is a clever monster. I haven't seen anything quite like it before. I thought I had, but the Geode feels fairly original in concept. A walking gemstone, essentially what you're talking about. Okay, so monster lore. Now, Esper has asked that I show you the page that this appears in the book, so I'll show you that right now. Yes, definitely fun times, Fred. Absolutely. Make the crystals inside be coloured salt. Great for cooking. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be cooking this thing. I don't think that's going to be the going approach for it. Anyway, let's jump over here and show you the page entry for the Geode. Hopefully this is going to work. Yes, it is. It is working great. There we go. This is the Geode Elemental, or the Elemental Geode. As you can see, it has an armor class of 16. It has natural armor, of course, makes sense. It's neutral. It's got about 34 hit points. So it's not a high challenge rating. It's just challenge rating 2. It's not meant to be a hard fight. And really, if anything, this is walking treasure that wants to fight back. That's essentially what it feels like. It has got damage resistance to a lot of different attacks, such as radiant, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. You got to have a magical weapon if you're going to get through that resistance, that damage resistance. That has immunity to poison, obvious, and condition immunities up to caboose. There's quite a lot. As I said, dark vision, tremor sense. Its major features is basically false appearance, which you'll probably be aware of if you've played Dungeons and Dragons 5e. You'll know how that works. It has the fracture ability. In other words, thunder damage, okay, will mess it up pretty badly. So yeah, you can use thunder damage and it will certainly affect it, as you would expect. It has the gemstone interior, which basically means that it's worth money to actually get hold of it. And it's got your basic slam attack. It's got a gemstone of brilliance, which basically is a radiant damage that it bursts forth with, and a refracting radiance as well. So gemstone brilliance and refracting radiance are what they sort of make the creature stand out. But again, it's not really intended to be a major battle. If anything, it can talk. It talks in a language called Terran. And if you know that language, great. And if you don't, then you'll have to use a different method. But that's the basics around the geode. Cool. All right. Now, today is the day that we normally build some tools. And if those of you who are here, you'll know that we've done everything from the monster body parts, combining different animals to make monsters. We've done the monster special abilities, monster traits. We've done monster motivations. We've done the monster's lair. We've covered the monster's origin. We've done a lot of things. We've even covered monster weaknesses. And recently we did the diet and food that a monster will eat. These are tables that you can use to give you ideas to fill in the spaces, so you don't have to try to cook up all that information up yourself. You can either select it or roll randomly. So I would like to suggest that today might be the day that we make a table, let's say 100 different items. I don't think we'll do 100. I think we'll be quite a lot less than that. And I think it's monster communication method. I think that's the communication method of your monster. I think that's the thing we haven't dealt with yet that we probably should have a look at doing today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a Google document, and then we're going to plug in as many different ideas as we possibly can. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to put into chat, hashtag, what are some different monster communication methods? And we're going to go tag name, name, and description. That way we can put into alphabetical order so we don't duplicate ourselves. That's what I'm going to try and work on today. And we're going to go for about 50 minutes, and then I'm going to stop because I need to. Unfortunately, I'm finding it a little bit difficult. It's getting harder and harder. My asthma is getting worse, and my hay fever is getting worse, not better. I'm going to have to go and look at grabbing more drugs, I guess. I guess that's the only way. Okay, so let's go with, let's share this page. Let's just drop this over. Here I am. This is where I am on Google Docs, and we'll go here, monster communication method. I think that's the way to go, and we'll go down. Let's go here, name it. We're not going to be, yes, are we doing numbers? Yes, we are doing numbers. So let's go with 100. 100 is ridiculous. I know we're not going to get 100. I'll change that number. Now the table we made on monster food and diet, I will release. Don't worry, it will happen. I just haven't done it. I'm going to get rid of my hat because I'm actually over. My head's getting really, really hot and I can't cope, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. We'll make that a bold and make it a bit bigger so we can see it clearly. Whoops, bit much. Over talked it. magnify it a little bit so we can get in there and see what's going on. And I will plug in your ideas. So let's see if my phone will actually work today. It hasn't been very successful recently. And so, yeah, I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but I'm hoping it does. Certainly better than some of the things that I've managed to balls up recently. I feel really bad about when I was talking about the Minds of Madness, and unfortunately, I did not have the thing set up properly. And I hadn't switched over to one of the scenes, so you don't see me talking about the adventure as I'm scrolling through it. And I do apologize to those people who were watching that and hoping for that, because that was what I was intending to do. But as it gets hotter and I get tighter and tighter, I get close to the end of the year, I'm making more mistakes, I've noticed. Anyway, no, we can't even approach 100, but I'm putting the word 100 there, okay? So I'm going to start off, while you guys are coming up with ideas, I am going to put in my first suggestions. Telepathy. I think that's a pretty obvious one. The monster transmits and receives another creature's thoughts. Okay, no, hang on. The monster transmits and receives thoughts. That's all I need to put in there. Not none of the creatures. That's it. Now, that's not the word thoughts, is it, Fred? Let's get that right. Okay, cool. There's our first one. Next one. I think it's probably going to be pretty obvious that we need to have one that talks the language. So let's go language. The monster has a specific spoken language. We're going to get into the crazier stuff as we go. And I need to make sure I put this in the right place. So we're going to put it in alphabetical order, make it a little bit easier. So let's go cut, paste, yep, something like that. Okay. I just need to grab some more water. I'm getting dry again. Is that the right one? No, it's not. It's this one here. Hello, email, communication by email. I don't even want to do that. Talk, speaks one or more languages. Yes. Language, talks. Yes, well, let's just call it talks. That's fine, yeah. The monster has a specific, has one or more. Let's go with one or more specific spoken languages. Good, nice. Bioluminescence. I think that's a good idea. Hello, Derp. Nice to have you. So, Fred Huber is a patron. So is Derp. Great to have you here. Drawing, dance. That's right. You got a lot of ideas here. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a switch over the screen, drop in all your little ideas, and then build them out and give them some descriptions so that we know what we're dealing with here. I think that's probably going to be the smartest way. And before I do that, I'm opening the door to my office and my front door because I am actually about to pass out. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, the humidity today must be somewhere in the 85% to 90% range. I literally feel like I'm breathing in water. Okay, sorry about that, people. Let's go over and do a quick hack and slash off the chat. And so there's a lot of different ideas there that I need to break up from Derp, so we'll do that. So I'll just drop them in and then come back and then build them out, put them into the appropriate places. Okay. Email, I don't want to put email. Distracted by a pizza. You can be distracted by a pizza. Draw, that's actually interesting. language that's around drawing. What would you draw in? That's the question. What would you draw in if you had a language that was around, or communication style around drawing? Emitting smells is a very sensible thing. We all do that, don't we? Right, so let's go dance. I'm just dumping stuff in here right now, and then pull it apart after. Okay. Dance, communicating with gestures, sign language. Yes, let's grab this. I will have to retool that. And where are we? Retool that in a second. Let's go here, cut. There we go, paste. Okay, next. What else? Communication through farting noises and smells. Hello, Pale Rider. How you doing? Well, I'm not against that idea. Let's grab that one as well. And by emitting smells, yes. I feel like maybe we should separate the smells and the farting noises. Fart communication, we've done this before. No, emitting smells. Let's go. Okay, what else have we got here? Chrono for, what is this? You've got something here. I'm going to have to look this up, this word here. Derp. Chronotop. Whatever it is. I'll look it up. Next. Stinky, yes. Morse code, like tapping or clicks. I think tapping and clicks is a good idea. Tapping and clicks, that's another way of doing it. Absolutely. What else have we got? Draw in the dirt, draw on paper, essentially. Yes. They're similar, but writing is more abstract than drawing. True. Drawing directly resemble the subject, writing indirectly. Yep, fair enough. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to jump back over to my page so that I can actually start working through all your ideas. Pulling it apart, turning it into something. Okay. There we go. Here it is. So let's break up each one of these. Voice. We're going to get rid of voice. We've done voice. We've got talking. Writing. Olfactory. Communication through smell, emitting smells. I think we've got that covered. But we'll put this here. And we'll drop this down. And we've got electric. I'm not quite sure what to do with electric, but not to be concerned. We'll deal with that later. So emitting smells. Olfactory. Okay, let's go here. Cut. Needs to go into this one. And paste. Paste. The monster emits smells and can detect slight odors. Nope. No, Fred. Nice try, but not odors. Odors. That doesn't seem right. Why does that go that way? Am I in the wrong odors? British English. Odors. Okay, that's better. All right. That's better. Much, much better. Okay. How are we doing here? It looks like we've got a lot of different things popping up here. I'm going to put a marker on here. That's not the marker I wanted. This is the marker I wanted. Music. Music, that's a good idea. Music is a very good idea. Singing. Oh, we've got singing, don't we? And I think that's actually quite clever, so let's go here. Singing. Telepathy, we've done that. Emotion. I'm not sure how communication through emotion is going to work. Have to break that up. Tactile, so that's touch, basically. Through touch. Communication through touch. Thermal heat generation, or detecting thermal heat. Heat is probably going to be another thing. Signing. Signing, that's sign language. Sign language. Okay, signing. Okay. All right. So let's have a look and see what we've got here. Food puts pineapple on... What? Food puts pineapple on pizza. You've lost me completely, Fred. What are we talking about? Idea from drawing. They release a squid ink that holds in the middle. That's actually clever. I think that's very nice. Drawing. The monster ejects a black ink that floats in the air, forming images. Interesting. Oh, what have you got here? I'm not even sure what that is, but I'll put it down and come back to it. Fluorography. Not sure what that is, but we'll come back to it. Okay. Smoke signals. What is dream whisper supposed to be? No idea. Okay. Pineapple and pizza. Okay. Yeah. I'm not going to get into the right way to deal with pizza and the wrong way to deal with pizza. All I know about pizza is I cannot eat chili on a pizza. I already knew that. I just did it recently. So right now, pizza is not my friend, and I have issues with pizza. Big issues. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Antennae, communication through color. Van quickly changes the color of different parts of the body. Oh, color. Color change. Okay, color. So, emitting and or color change, light emissions, blinking. Bioluminescence, I think, is going to be the light one. No trying any pizza. Sorry, forget it. Not going to be trying any pizza anytime soon. Controls people's dreams to communicate to the sleeping. Oh, I see. I see what you're trying to say here. The hell was that? What the? Okay. That was weird. Okay. Anyway, so the monster controls people's the creature's dreams to communicate while Okay, so hang on. The monster controls a creature's dream to communicate messages. That'll do. Messages. Okay, cool. Where are we? Emotion communication would be like empathy, I think. Empathy. I'm not sure how to sort of describe that. We'll come back to this. Now, we were dealing with colour before, and somebody had written down something about colour and how to deal with colour communication. So that's what we want to do. That's the whispering. That's not that. What's this? Chrono colour change cells. Oh, I see. So that's what that's all about. So if I go here and paste bubbles. What the heck is going on? I'm going to take a quick break, people. There's something going on in my house, and I don't know what it is. Okay. Jeez. All right. I'm back. I don't know what's going on, but I can hear all sorts of weird noises around me, and I just I had to check. I was like, is there somebody climbing in a window through into the house? It's literally what I was thinking. I was like, no, surely not. Okay, which many types of pigment contain cells? An animal capable of causing. What is this? Oh, okay. So this is what we're trying to do here. All right, I see now. I get it. I just gotta put it in. So we'll put this there. Wizards of the Coast agents have finally tracked Fred down. I don't think Wizards of the Coast cares in the slightest about what I do, frankly, and I'm not sure that they would ever need to concern themselves whatsoever. Bubbles. I had bubbles. I have colour. I got to deal with that. Pinkertons. No, I'm in New Zealand, people. Most of that nutty stuff happens in North America, and it doesn't generally happen here. We have silly stuff happen in New Zealand, but not like that. We do not have men in black that show up at our door. We do not have people showing up from the military telling you can't say anything. We do not have anything like that. We do not have that sort of stuff here. It's New Zealand. It's the arse end of the world. Nobody cares. Do we have spores? We may not have spores. Spore release is probably a good one to have included. I don't know that we do have spores yet. Let's just say spores. I got to write that one up too, don't I? Here we go. So that's dream whisperer. We will just cut put it in the dream section. There we go. Bioluminescence, I'll do that shortly. Okay, we're doing spores. Bubbles, let's do your bubbles. Somebody had written it up. The monster releases a pattern of bubbles with their saliva to send signals. Okay, bubbles. Bubble, 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 boil and trouble, cut myself a bubble. Here we go. Let's put the bubbles in. Bubble it up. We get the bubbles. Men in tube socks. We don't even have that. Wallabies, we don't have. It's New Zealand. It's not Australia. I know some people believe that New Zealand is a state or part of Australia, but we're not. There's 2,000 miles worth of ocean between us. Okay. No wallabies, no kangaroos. Sorry. Only birds and animals that have been imported, and we don't import kangaroos or wallabies. So sorry to disappoint you, but no, it's the wrong place. Okay. Right. So let me just see what am I doing? What can I start? Let's do the drawing thing. At least the drawing one is done. I can put the drawing one away, can't I? So cut. So now it's just about drawing. God, blimey! It's just about writing these things up properly and putting them into place. Okay, bioluminescence. What the heck? What is that? I have no idea what you've just written down. Now I've got to type it in. Okay, my core. Heck, there's so many noises around me. All the birds, everything's alive. Is an underwork network found in forests or other plant. Oh, I see. That's kind of like the thing that they were describing in is it Avatar, the first movie? They got thousands upon thousands, making millions upon millions of connections amongst the trees. Okay, so let's grab this. And I just need to put that into something, don't I? All right. The creature has a underground network has an underground network of what's the best way to can describe this? Network of okay, the creature has an underground network of roots that transmit, come on, it's transmit, pulses between different plants. I think that's what we're trying to do. Okay, all right. Is it fungus and plant network? Yes, the hive mind will add that. I know I've got to do the hive mind. Hive mind will do that. That's got it. Dragons, breath of fire weapons in Skyrim are verbal communication, so they can use it. Not sure. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that communication style will only work with another dragon. Everybody else will be torched. Yeah. Might be a little bit hard. To deal with that one. Okay, let's see. So we got this one. Has an. Okay, so we got this one. So we're going to put the M in the right place. Cut. M goes here. M. Okay, right. Bioluminescence. The monster emits light in different patterns to communicate. Okay, wonderful. Bioluminescence, telepathy we've done. So let's get rid of this space. Let's put a space in here, separate everything else, and start dropping in various things. It's not the dragon's fault, of course not. No, not at all. Let's do this one. Bioluminescence. Might just get a definition of bioluminescence. I just make sure I... Oh, what did I do? Oh, I just did undo it. Okay, there we go. Copy. Almost balls that up. Okay. Good thing there is an undo button. Paste. No meaning. Biochemical emission of light by an organism is a glow rod. Okay, so biochemical emission of light. Let's do that. Okay. Let's do this. The monster emits uses biochemical emission of light. Come on, Fred. Light and different patterns to communicate. I think that's fine. We need to just put it in the right place. Cut. B for bio. And bio is in. Olfactory. The monster emits smells and can detect slight odors. Sign language. We'll deal with that in a second. Next, sign language. Calrell, hello, how are you? Do I have... Yeah, I do. The creature creates or modifies the intensity of nuclear reaction and uses the electromagnetic radiation to communicate messages. Holy Toledo. Where did you get all that from? Let's have a look. I think we're going to have to do a cut and paste on that one. I don't think I can deal with it any other way. I don't want to try to type all that out. Okay, so let's go copy. Emits sound vibrations to rock into rock. Others can pick up and understand vibrations. Okay, all right. We'll get in there. That's that one. I just need to figure out this. Is this actually a thing? It appears it might be. It appears that it might be. Okay, let's do a copy and paste and then see what we have here. Copy and paste. Bioluminescence. I've done that one. Get rid of this. And paste this in. Alright, what do I get? The cosmic function of atoms more complex than the hydrogen atom. What is simple definition? It's the creation of new atom nuclei, the center. This. So what are you trying to say here? The creature creates or modifies the intensity of a nuclear reaction and uses the electromagnetic radiation to communicate messages. Sounds very impressive. Nucleosynthesis. Nucleosynthesis actually means something else. Oh no, it is. You're taking part of the concept of nuclear synthesis and then you've added a twist to it. I see what you've done there. Derp. Okay. All right. We'll stick with that. That's fine. Let's stick with that. Let's go here. Cut in. N would be sitting right about here, wouldn't it? And paste. Cool. Right, writing, singing, emotions, dance, sign language. The monster communicates with different gestures and movements. Gestures, different gestures. I think that's sign language, gestures. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with this. Sign language, cut. S. Right in here. And there we go. Oh, I've been working on a presentation for Star Wars and role-playing games. It is more because my degree is in psychology, mathematics, and philosophy. It's very much a philosophy talk, the Star Wars discussion and role-playing games. It's very much philosophy. I don't know if people will like it, but I've been working on it. And I've been working on the future of D&D and role-playing games for 2024 and onward. I normally do one of these every year. That is looking to be very complicated. I don't know how much more I have to write, but there seems to be a lot. Anyway, back to this. It's how heavier elements are formed by lighter ones in the big fusion event. Okay, all right. Minor parasites. Targets are affected with a non-harmful parasite that reroutes some brain synapses, enabling communication. Parasites die off, but the ability to communicate remains. Oh, I see. I don't know if we're going to call it minor parasites. I feel like it's still a parasite as such. But yeah, no, we can put that one in. It's very much like the, what do you call it? It's kind of like the Gould from Stargate, isn't it? But not exactly, because the Gould control, not just communicate. There are control freaks as well. Parasites. The monster. The monster infects other creatures with a non-harmful parasite that reroutes some brain synapses. Um, um, is this going to be comma here? Comma, enabling communication. The parasite dies off, but the ability to communicate remains. So yes, complicated, but it's there, Pale Rider. Got it. The Sith are misunderstood. So it will not be. So if you're thinking I'm going to talk about Star Wars and I'm going to say how Jar Jar Binks is actually a Darth Lord and had deliberately brought the entire galaxy under the control of the dark side. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about that. It's not that quite as specific as that. Okay. All right, parasites. P. I got distracted. Very easy to do right now. I can tell you that. Not hard to do whatsoever. So there's a few things going on here. Blood communicates through drinking each other's blood. Oh, that's very vampire-ish of you. Okay. So we're going to call it blood drinker. Quantum entanglement. Oh my gosh, you guys! I thought I shouldn't have put 100. You saw the word, you saw the number 100 monster communication methods, and you're digging up as much as you can. It's great, but maybe that was a mistake on my part. The monster communicates through drinking another creature's blood. Okay, all right. So, yes, no, Fred, you did warn me, and yeah, the problem is if I put a challenge forward, there are people within the community who will take that challenge on and are quite capable of achieving what seems like a crazy task. Anyway, let's keep going. So quantum entanglement. Quantum. What am I doing? I'm typing it out. I should be lazier than that. I just copy and paste it. Just copy and paste it. You're not even looking at the page anyway. This is what I've been working on. This is the problem. At this time of the year, and as I get tireder, my brain doesn't work properly. So you're not even seeing what I've been typing up anyway and positioning because I forgot to switch over the screen. Like, cool blimey. Okay, all right, so quantum entanglement. Let's do the quantum entanglement and then jump back. And then I'll continue. Sarcasm, the creature never... Oh, no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm going to leave it alone, Fred. I'll leave that one alone. Let's go here. Paste. And it's back over. All right. We'll leave the sarcasm alone. Right, the creature sends messages instantly across any distance. I am a little unsure. Why do we call it quantum entanglement? It's very Marvel, but in the end, just because it sounds very Marvel doesn't mean we need to do it. Paste. Define it. The phenomena whereby a pair of particles are generated in such a way that the individual quantum states of each are indefined until measured. The act of measuring one determines the results of measuring the other, even when at a distance from each other. This is, yeah, simple terms make it easier for me. Quantum entanglement means that the aspects of one particle of an entangled pair depend on aspects of the other particle, no matter how far apart they are and what lies between them. Aspects of one particle of an entangled pair depend on the aspects of other particle, no matter how far apart. Now, is this around, God, what is it? Is this the concept that you can send that it's possible for a signal to be sent from one particle to another particle on the other side of the galaxy? I remember listening or reading about something like this. Is that what we're talking about here? I think that's what you're trying to say. Quantum entanglement. So in other words, even if you were dealing with an infinite distance of space or a fairly enormous distance, it would not matter because their communication between them is so quick. And there was something about that I can't remember. I can't remember all the details. Anyway, I think that's what you're trying to say there. Right, okay, let's keep going. There's a bit of science going on there, or sort of science theory. It's not really science; it's science theory, isn't it? Liars. Holy sheesh. Liars says the opposite of what they mean. Knotting, creature ties, series of... what? Binary? Okay. That's what you're talking about. Okay, so all right. That's some heavy stuff. That's some very science fiction-y stuff with a bit of science behind it, isn't there? Although, would you consider that to be... Is it considered mainstream science now, or is it still considered pseudoscience? I can't remember. There's so much pseudoscience out there, and so much stuff that people think is science that's actually not science. It's like, oh, okay. My brain is not powerful enough to be able to figure all that stuff out right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's grab some of these ideas, because you guys have gone on. You can entangle two particles, separate them, then measure one which collapses in the other into a particular state of up or down spite. Downspin, not spite. Downspin, right. Okay, so binary, the creature uses a code of ones and... Okay, binary, that's not a bad idea. It's very much for, I guess, a computer, isn't it? That would be binary. The creature uses a code of ones and twos. Ones and twos. Ones and zeros. Ones and zeros. To form patterns of communication. Patterns and messages. Okay, I got that one. Quantum entanglement is how a lot of sci-fi settings do instant communication across space. Yes. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Knot codes were common in the North America indigenous people. Oh, okay. Technology like Bumblebee and Transformers. All right, okay. The buzzing noises. I hear buzzing noises. This is my new form of communication. I'm going to buzz in your ear. Okay. Knotting. Not as in Notting Hill with Hugh Grant and, who is it? Julia Roberts. Dear. Knotting. The creature ties a series of different knots separated by different amounts of cord to encode messages. Knotting. Okay. We've got the knotting one. Liar. Oh, that's just how they operate. I would say that's a communication style. You wouldn't be able to really communicate anything that way. Sith misunderstood, minor parasites. Okay, so we've got all those. Oh, good Lord, you haven't stopped. Possession. Possession. Hereditary. The creature creates and displays symbolic and moral bearings. Blimey. All right. This is heavy stuff, people. Let me do this. Yeah. I'm going to have to organise all of this at some point. I haven't done it. We'll do it. Okay. Heraldry. The creature creates and displays symbolic and moral bearings. I don't know what any of that means. I've got to rewrite. Let's get real. Fred has no idea what that means. Woof, went way over the top of my head. Possession. Skynet. Cal-Rel, you've just detracted your idea. What happened? Just because I won't write it down, I might have written it down. I don't know what it is. Hand fan language. Oh, come on. We've got sign language. We don't need to do more of that, do we? Possession. Takes over a creature to speak through them to other creatures of the same type. Yeah, okay. Isn't that a little bit like what was it? The aliens from Independence Day? Or was that possession? Possession takes over a creature to speak through them to other creatures of the same type. Okay, possession. It's also a ghost. The net, Skynet, the network of computers and IR robots. The net. We'll leave that alone. Bumblebee uses songs. We've got singing already. I just haven't finished typing it up. Oh, somebody already said the idea, Cal-Rel? All right, okay. Hand fan language. The way a creature holds or uses their fan can message to suitors and rotation fans. Hand fan language. I think that's body language. Okay, we're gonna stop for today. I would like to just mention right now. So, stop, please stop. I'm going to finish off here. Okay, so just so you know about this, I'm going to return to Esper's Emporium of Esoterica in 2024. Okay, when I come back from holiday, we'll return to dealing with various monster lore and doing the monster workshop stuff. But the problem is, in New Zealand, today is a Tuesday. On a Tuesday, I do monster lore and we do the monster workshop stuff. So what I want to do is, because that falls on Boxing Day in New Zealand for me, I'm not going to do anything on Esper's Emporium of Esoterica, and I'm not going to do anything on the monster workshop stuff on Boxing Day. I'm just not going to do a live stream that day. Okay, I might release an edited video, but I don't want to have to do a live stream, not on Boxing Day. I'm working that day still at my day job, but I don't want to have to do that as well here. I just don't see that in much point. I just don't see that it'd be, yeah. I mean, most of you are from North America, so it won't affect you because but it would be Christmas Day for you. So who's going to come to a live stream on Christmas Day? Makes no sense. I get that. So I'm not going to do that. Also, too, I'm thinking about myself and my own sanity. Then the following week in New Zealand, Tuesday, the day that I do this stuff, that falls on the day after New Year's, which is a public holiday again. And I don't really want to do a live stream on that public holiday. And I mean, I'm still going to be working the day on my day job. I've still got to work that day. Okay, I've got to work through all the public holidays. But I just don't want to do the live stream. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say this is the last one for the year. We'll come back to this. We'll continue just as we have been, moving on into the future. We will continue doing the monster communication methods, and I'll type it all up, and hopefully I'll have a bit more energy next year because I'm getting a bit run down, and I'll be able to form it up into everything that we need. Okay, so that's really where my head is at with regard to this. I normally do character creation on Wednesday for me in New Zealand, which is going to be probably Boxing Day for those of you who are in North America, and a lot of people don't shop for that anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it. It's more pork. Hardly anybody watches those character creations in the first place. It's not a big deal as far as I'm concerned, basically. So that's it. So I'm not going to be doing any live streaming in New Zealand on Monday or Tuesday for the next 2 weeks. So that means that I will be shifting the Game Master preparation stuff to a different day just for this year, and I will be stopping the monster lore stuff and the monster workshop for this year. That's it. Okay. Tomorrow I'll do more character creation. Yes. That's just where my head is at. I think that's probably the best way to go about this, so that I don't lose my mind, and so there's actually, I mean, you guys are going to go and do your own things. It's that time of year where people go and do their own family stuff. Whether you support Christmas or you don't, or you celebrate Christmas or anything like that, it just seems a bit silly to be doing that sort of thing. So I'm going to think in terms of myself and you guys, and just not put live streamed content out for those sorts of things, because it doesn't make any sense. Do you have plans for psionics? Calrel, no, I don't really. Not particularly. Not at this stage. I'm not sure that I would need to. We'll see. I mean, I don't know what that means. I mean, do you mean creating a psionics system? I feel like a psionics system is, I mean, psionics has never really worked very well in the first place. I've never thought it was, I can't think of any version of Dungeons and Dragons or any role-playing game that's ever done it particularly well. I always felt like psionics comes off as being a patched up piece of rubbish, unfortunately. So I don't know how I would solve that problem myself. If I ever figure it out, maybe. But yeah, at this point, yeah, I don't think so. I don't really have plans for it, basically. Okay. Boxing Day, celebrating the exchange of bad presents for things you really want. Yeah. Okay. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Look, I'm going to get going. Thank you for filling out the poll. Yes. Do you like monster lore? Yes. 88%. 9 votes. Cool. Sometimes 11%. I guess it depends who's delivering it too. That will help. Look, thank you, all of you, for your feedback today. You guys have been brilliant. Obviously got a lot to think about, a lot of work to do in terms of the monster communication methods. And we will continue next year. We will probably start, once I feel like we've got all the tools we need, we'll roll into making our own monsters again. Because that was a lot of fun, where we would just make a custom monster, do all the monster lore for it, stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. So I think we should definitely continue down that avenue. Anyway, huge thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you to Esper the Bard for allowing me to cover the Geode today, the elemental Geode. I want to thank everybody who took part in the poll today, everybody who's been in chat, putting forward their ideas. You guys always do marvelous work, you know. Maybe I need to massage it a bit so it's a bit easier to understand, but frankly, some of your ideas are really, really good. They're very, very clever. Certainly makes it a lot easier for me to put everything together. Yes, I will try to remember before Christmas to put up the monster diet and food chart or table that we made a little while back onto Patreon. I'm hoping that I get it done, but you never know around this year. Once I'm on holiday, it's probably not going to be an issue. So a huge thank you to Fred Huber, Pale Rider, Cal Rel, who's been here, Derp, who's presented quite a few very clever ideas, actually. And I think that was everybody for today who was in the chat providing ideas. There was a couple of people doing most of the, giving most of the feedback, so it's great. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, or the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. Try not to eat too much food. Try not to hurt yourself like I have recently. Until next time, keep rolling those 20s.